G'day guys, welcome to the last graphic novel Photoshop tutorial. What we're going to be doing is now introducing the text and the panel information to show what's occurring between our characters and just to finalise our graphic novel in terms of what's occurring along the plot. So first of all, go to Compass and download the dialogue and thought boxes, and that will be an Illustrator file which you can open, and this is it. So you can go through and select, modify, change the stroke, change the, not necessarily colouring, it's always best to have a white text box. As you can see on the graphic novels that you've collected, and you can see here, it's just easy to communicate, it's quickly conveyed, easy to communicate, and keeps the emphasis on where you've put all the time in setting up your setting and working in Photoshop to make it look like a realistic graphic novel. Back in Illustrator, we'll go through and write the information that needs to go in the talking speech bubbles, thought bubbles, and panel information. So using the type tool, click and drag out. Don't click within the text box because, it's going to think you're just using that shape and it will lose the characteristics, as you can see there. So what I find is best is use a text box, click and drag, write your statement, and you can see I've already got a comic font there, which you should know how to go through and do from previously. I'll put on Compass different comic fonts that you can go through and use, and that will be in the comic font folder on Compass. And the second one, and move that into the space, make sure it's the same size, keep the same type size, same orientation, to keep it nice and all uniform. And then last of all, the panel information for the first panel, which we're going to just set the scene, say it's summer in the States and 1832 in Deadwood, South Dakota, Wild West Territory, and a great TV show. Now we can see that's going to be really, one, it's hard to read and it takes a focus on what you've put all your effort in, so just keep that as a white background. And first of all, we'll copy that one. So select it all, edit, copy, Photoshop, edit, paste, and keeping as a pixel's fine. Placing that in the second panel. Making it roughly that size. And you can see that's just become a layer over here you can turn on and off and modify. Back in Illustrator, we'll do this one, number 2. Copy that. Photoshop, paste, OK. Now you can see it's the wrong orientation. Whereas this appears as it should be on this side, but it's not going to fit. So we're going to have to modify it, and if we try and transform it and flip it, then the text is no longer legible. So what you're going to need to go through and do is, one, start again, make sure your panel information is correct, or if it's just a thought box, you're lucky because you can just copy and paste that little cloud and place it there. And last one, copy, paste it in, and paste it in where it needs to be. Keep the font same size, the font the same, the orientation really similar. Get someone else to have a look at your work to make sure that there's enough information being stated. Make sure you incorporate your onomatopoeia, and that's associated with what's occurring. So if it's a bang or this character shooting his weapon, have the picture of the weapon and what's actually what the onomatopoeia is associated with. And finish off the remaining panels. Then we need to create the effect, and that's simply going to be going File. We'll save this as a master, so if we have any issues we can always come back to it. We're always going to have these layers to go through and modify. And so just save that once again. That will be graphic novel.psd. Then what we're going to do is File, Save As. I'm going to call this graphic novel 2. Oops. And as a JPEG, and so that will make it smaller file size. It will make it so it's visible on any platform on your iPads, and it will also remove the layers. Go OK, and you might have to close this first of all and just reopen what you've just saved. So the graphic novel. Here we are. And then applying the effect. So we'll just zoom in to make sure we can see what's going to occur. And then it's going to filter, filter gallery. It'll be the top one, artistic, poster's edge, which you can see what's going to occur. So play around with the edge thickness, the intensity, the posterization for the effect that you're wanting to have. Select OK, and there we are. That's the final. So File, save that once again, so it saves that what you just occurred, and print it out. Great, thank you.